Hey Insurance, this is Tony Cañas, Chief Motivational Officer at Insurance Nerds and PNC Client Advisor at the Jacobson Group, and I'm coming to you from Boston. I'm here for the APCIA, I have a hard time with those letters, APCIA annual meeting, and yes, I will be putting my tie on here after the video. This is a bit of a formal conference compared to most of the conferences that I attend. It is early morning, I'm recording from the hotel before the sun comes out, so you'll have to deal with not great lighting today. My apologies. Today I want to talk to you about a question that I've been asked many times. So the question basically is hey Tony, you work in the staffing side, you stay very close to insurance talent, and you've been following this InsurTech thing before it was called InsurTech. And I'm wondering, is InsurTech going to attract new talent to the insurance industry, or is it going to steal talent from us? And for a long time, I really didn't know the answer, how this would play out. And now I think the answer is yes. The effect will be complicated, basically. And if we go back 3 or 4 years, I used to get the question a lot on how to make the move to InsurTech. I would get especially young insurance professionals or even RMI majors coming to me and basically saying, I'd love to go work for Lemonade. I'd love to go work for an InsurTech. How do I do that? How do I which InsurTech should I go work for? And at that point, the answer was, they don't care about us. All I want to say is they don't really care about us. It's funny doing Michael Jackson. 3-4 years ago, InsurTech did not seem to care at all about insurance experience or talent or education. They saw themselves as completely tech companies trying to disrupt our industry. And they just weren't interested in us. So at that point, they were not really stealing talent from us. They were maybe having an effect attracting talent, but into insurance. But whatever talent they attracted into their space wasn't likely to cross over to our space, because why would you? Right? If you go to an InsurTech company and they have a super cool culture and you get equity and it's a move fast and break things type of culture that's a lot of fun to work in, why would you make the switch to traditional insurance? Like it'd be hard. It'd be a really hard thing to adapt to. So things have kind of changed in the last year or so. The last 2 years, but the last year for sure. And for example, if you look at the video recaps of InsurTech Connect, and I really love the one by Rob Galbraith, his video diary, and then the one by Amber Wallet's team at Bold Penguin, both big friends of insurance nerds, those part of the inner circle here at Insurance Nerds. And they both talked about how at the InsurTech Connect this year, it was clear that we've really moved from we're going to disrupt your industry to we're going to partner with the insurance industry. So as part of that, it really feels like a lot of the InsurTechs have matured to the point that they've realized that they do need some insurance talent. In fact, some of the InsurTechs have become my clients at Jacobson, and all we do is insurance talent. So clearly they're getting to the point where they're starting to appreciate the need for actual insurance talent. So now, when I get the call from the young insurance professional, or sometimes the not so young insurance professional, sometimes the insurance executive who's looking to do something completely different with the last 15 years of his or her career, now I don't have to tell them InsurTech's not interested in you and your experience, which is very valuable. On our side, I just have to tell them it's a different game. The application process is very different, the cultures are very different, but they just might be interested in you. They've been, in some areas, swallowing talent. In Columbus, Ohio is a great example where I live. We have 2 major InsurTechs. I don't think I have to name them. Both excellent in different ways, and both I really respect, and both have swallowed a lot of insurance talent from the local carriers in Columbus. Both, as far as I understand, and I only know them from the outside, I don't have any inside knowledge, but as far as I understand, they're both planning to continue growing fast. So yeah, that is going to make our recruiting efforts even harder when the young kids that would go into insurance have the option to go into InsurTech instead and play in a really fun culture and maybe even get equity. That is hard to compete against. Absolutely. Even though we can offer them stability. And executives are heading in that direction too. Something very, very interesting happened this last CPCU Society annual meeting in New Orleans, and I've been to every annual meeting for the last 8 years, and I had never once ran into anybody from an InsurTech. One time I brought somebody from an InsurTech. Me bringing this person ended up leading to Rob Galbraith writing The End of Insurance. So life works in mysterious ways. But I had never ran into an InsurTech person at CPCU, kind of found their way there. This year, I ran into two. This year, I ran into a guy from Lemonade, a very nice guy. And the guy from Lemonade was there as a student. He's a full-time Lemonade professional. He was not the representative Lemonade. He was very careful to tell me that. And he's working on a CPCU, and he got the student scholarship because he's still in school. But he was there wearing the Lemonade shirt. And there was also a guy, I believe from Slice, that actually got his designation. So the first CPCU from Slice. And apparently, I think Rob ran into somebody last year. So there might have been 3 people thus far that have gone to CPCU annual who came from the InsurTech world. So anyway, the two worlds, long story short, the two worlds are definitely interbreeding, and we are seeing talent getting swallowed up, talent that got a couple of years of experience in insurance, sometimes a lot of years of experience in insurance, getting vacuumed into the InsurTech world. So what about flow of talent on the other way, from InsurTechs to traditional insurance companies? Well, a little bit. Where I'm seeing that happen the most is where an InsurTech gets acquired by a carrier, and the founders and some of the team get brought in, and they probably get a lot of money, and they probably get year and a half, 2 year, 3 year contracts to keep them there. And will they stick around? I don't know, right? If you're a serial entrepreneur, or if you specifically wanted to work in the startup world, and you want a really flexible, cool culture, and then your company gets acquired by a major carrier, and you don't have to stay for more than a year or 2 years or whatever, will you stay? I doubt it. I think most of them are just watching the clock. So for now, we're really not seeing the flow of talent from InsurTech to insurance, only from insurance to InsurTech, which is only going to make our talent issues worse, and only more reason for us to revolutionize our internal cultures. And because now we not only have to deal with the talent crisis, we also have to deal with InsurTech stealing some of our talent. So InsurTech is attracting brand new talent into the industry that would have never thought of working in insurance, and that talent is very likely going to stay in InsurTech or move to other parts of tech. For now, very unlikely for those people to make the jump into insurance, except in cases where the companies get acquired, in which case they'll do a temporary stint and probably move on afterwards. Thank you very much for tuning in today. If you like our videos, please subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, mash that subscribe button. If you're watching it on LinkedIn or on Facebook, go on YouTube, search for Insurance Nerds and the Insurance Nerdery, and subscribe. Thank you so much. TC out.